Alrighty. What's up? Y'all give me a thumbs up if you can hear. You're popping in here. It's this way. Alright, we're getting set up for our show. Guys, we're going to be on Whatnot. And if you guys haven't heard of that, that's just another platform. It's kind of like eBay mixed with social media. And I'm going to leave this stream running so you can see what's going on over there. And we're having giveaways every 10 minutes. All these microgreens, see them up here? Let's see if I can tilt that. There we go. This light's not shining on it. Got a pack of them right here. And there's 8 of them. We've got all the seeds here. This is enough to make one portion like that. That's our amaranth and broccoli. And every 10 minutes, we're giving away a pack of 8 of those, among other things. So we're giving away some of our adapters and that too. So you guys haven't been on Whatnot, jump on that link over there. And if you go sign up on Whatnot, you get a $15 credit to shop with. And you can use it to buy a pair of adapters. I put this in my shop. I put a pair of these. That's $19.99. I put it for $15 so that it offsets the cost. So if you want to get a pair of those, you jump on over to Whatnot. And if you want to use it on anybody else's shop, go ahead and use it on anybody's shop over there. But we're going to leave this running. I'm going to get that stream going, and then you guys will be playing in the background. And I've got the link there if anybody wants to jump over that way. Let me get this one set up. And we're going to be doing this a little bit different. So I've got to get a little demo movie going at the bottom. If you guys have any questions about microgreens and that, you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. All right, got 10 minutes. And then over on Whatnot, it's vertical video this way. And then I'm going to have a demo video playing. If you guys have popped them in here before, when played over there, it's kind of hard to see way back there. So I'm going to put it at the bottom. So during the show, there's going to be a little video showing how to put these together with the little our adapters and that. And then that way you can grow loads and loads of microgreens. All of these here, we take them and then you can pull these out and move them into bigger containers and grow baby greens, even mature greens. And let's see, shows. All right, so we're getting that all set up. The people over on Whatnot, what we do is sometimes we'll have just a couple of adapters, some seeds. We've got radish here, tatsoi, speckled pea. Let me show you this before we get running on the other one. You guys saw the video with speckled pea. That was almost out of water, but we're about to harvest this anyway. Got another one here. So we go ahead and we grow them in succession like that so that, here's one that's just sprouted. That way you don't grow them all at one time. You can go on over and harvest that big one. Then about 4 or 5 days later, this one will be big enough. You can actually start harvesting that now. And then a couple days later, this one will be ready, and you just keep the cycle going over and over again. So it's pretty cool. And then over there on Whatnot, some people have gotten like our adapters and that. I've got all these different ones. And some people have gotten a package with like a whole set of these, about 7 of them, 7 to 10. Sometimes we throw extra in there. Loads of seeds, hydrogen to get started, or clay pebbles, and nutrients. And for this, I'm just using General Hydroponics Maxi-Grow. And that just makes it easier. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I always use Master Blend. And Master Blend works wonderful in taking these and planting these into bigger containers and growing out bigger plants. Master Blend is like the bomb, but you have to get like 3 different parts, mix them together in a certain way. This, all you have to do is mix 1 teaspoon per gallon, and you're ready for microgreens. So I want to make it easy because there's a lot of people hopping on Whatnot that haven't seen my channel yet. So you're trying to explain this to them, and then trying to explain how to do the nutrients is a little bit of a stretch. So we're using the General Hydroponics. So we put all that stuff in the box, and people bid on it. We start at $5. So we put the stuff in a box, start bidding at $5, and then every time somebody bids, we keep grabbing free seeds and throwing free seeds in there. Some people have ended up with like a Ziploc bag, the gallon size, just full of seed packets. All right, now I'm going to be getting set up for the Whatnot stream. So you guys will see me looking over here, but I won't be seeing the comments in that. So if anybody comments in that, I'll check back every 10, 20 minutes or whatever and see if there's any questions. But right now I'm getting the other show set up. So if you guys want $15 credit, go click that link, jump on over to Whatnot. You'll see my store, and I've got those in there. You don't even have to use it on mine. I use it. Here's some candy. It was just like, you know, Halloween's coming up, right? This thing was full. I had like 15 pounds of candy. And we put together the boxes and the people bid on it. I like throw little treats in there, but you can get ready for Halloween in that too. So there's that. I got brand new Crocs. Those were cheap. I think I got sneakers. We got Yetis. My wife got a Yeti tumblers, a bunch of those. I think for like, I bought one for about 23 bucks, brand new. So all kinds of stuff over there. When you sign up, and that it'll ask like what your interests are, and you go on over and plug that in, and then it has an algorithm that shows you certain shows. All right, I'm still here. I'm just setting up these other cameras. And the people already popping in over here. Let's see. Start show. Switch. What's up, Whatnot? Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. All right. We're going to be trying something a little bit different. Hi, what's up? Hey. All right, I'm going to try and share a screen. You can see up there, we've got, those are the different seeds we've got. We're about to run out of red acre cabbage, and we've got black oil sunflower seed. We're going to be putting broccoli up here when we run out. And then I've also got some basil with cinnamon flavor. That one's really expensive. We're going to be tossing that in like a treat throughout the night. But you guys help me out with setting this up and tell me if this is a little better. If you've been in the show, you know, other times. Let me see, start sharing. I'm just starting up the show now. I can't even see the comments yet. So let's see who's all popping in here. Get my magnifying glass. There we go. Nice list of seeds. Cool. Thank you, Jennifer. Deb Barnes, what's up? Like the list. All right, let's see. I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit. So that way, if I go back that way, there'll be a list, but I've got the video down below here. Love the order I received. Awesome, Kimberly. Appreciate it. Let me know when you start growing some microgreens in that too. All right, guys, and the people are just popping in here. We're growing microgreens. Let me move the camera around a little bit so we can see this. I think I bumped it a little bit. All right. I don't know if y'all can see. We're going to mess around with this a little bit and see how this goes. And if this doesn't do right, we're going to have the video playing down here because the lights were hitting the video. Some people couldn't see it. So we're going to play the video down here. We're going to get started with a giveaway, all right? Oops, somebody said, I actually got brave and posted a couple of pictures on Facebook. Cool, Deb, I'm going to go check it out. I'll check it out tonight. Got peas growing with the adapter. Love it. Thanks. Awesome, Jay. Love to hear that. And this is what they're talking about. The people are just popping in here. She might not have this much growing, but there's pea shoots. This one I'm growing a lot. I'll show you one that's not quite as big. That way you're not that intimidated. But let me pull that up there close to you. See all the little tendrils on there? That's what the chef's like. But this is what we do. You see one? It's like that big, this big, and at the same time we've got something like this. Here you go, YouTube. Right? So we've got this one like that. See all the roots coming out? And you see the top is dry. That stops your mold and mildew problem. This one's see-through, so you can see the water down there and you can see the roots in it, right? So we've got some like this and some at different stages. That way we harvest, right? When we harvest one, we start working on the other one. Then we replant that. Then this one's ready to go. A couple of days later, this one's ready to go. And you just keep the cycle going over and over again. Basically, it's just like working in a restaurant where you're like prepping for the next day or next couple of days or the next shift. All right, guys, I'm going to start a giveaway. If you guys on YouTube, click that link, jump over to Whatnot. You get a $15 credit to shop with. And every 10 minutes, we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to get started with seeds. All right, guys, if that's all right with everybody. Love seeing the roots and knowing when it needs water. Yeah, that's cool. Those are cool. I've got now the ones that I've got tonight. I've only got one. That's a clear one. These other ones, these are, you know, what I've been using. So that's what I have tonight. And the ones with the clear bottom, I've got more coming in tomorrow. But, all right, guys, let's do a giveaway. Let's see. Forgot to get my giveaways going. 1 second. All right, y'all sit still and we'll get the gibbies going here in a second. I'm going to be shaking the camera. All right, so we're just going to be doing seeds tonight. Title. Giveaway seeds. Giveaway. Almost done. Got to put in a weight. And we're all set. Coolio. Got it going. Let's see. All right, just punched everything in on the phone. And it's live. All right, giveaway seeds number 1. And why is it not letting me do that? All right, I'm going to refresh my screen. Oh, okay, you guys are running. It says number 1 over there. I'm over here trying to enter it again. Auction, make sure those are in. All right, we got all the stuff to bid on. All righty, guys, we're going to get ready. I'm going to get the video playing down below. And every time you see this guy pop up, the little gnome, and he says giveaway time, the video will stop. So I'll know it's stopped, and I'll go ahead and start another giveaway. All right. All right, cool. All right, so y'all let me know if you like, is it easier to see down here, or was it easier to see up behind me? Because I've got it on here too. I can actually put it on there. So let me know which way. The basil tastes like cinnamon. It does a little bit, but it really smells like it. It's not one that you would want to. Let me cut down the volume here. One second. Let's do this without the music, guys. Let's try without music tonight. That'd be all right. Yeah, it really smells like cinnamon. If you guys know, if you take basil and you rub your hands on it, you get that smell. You don't even have to be close to it, right? And you can smell it. That's kind of a licorice kind of smell. This one's a cinnamon smell. So it's nothing you would want to make basil out of or anything, but it's pretty cool. It's something neat to experiment with. All righty. All right, let's get going. Now, you'll see a video playing down there. You guys, if you have any questions about it, watch that. If you buy anything, you're going to get a card that has a QR code on it. And that takes you to my YouTube channel. You guys are on YouTube. And there's a playlist that has dozens of these videos on it. So you'll be able, not that video, but that video down there. You guys will be able to, it'll answer all your questions. It'll show you everything. It'll show you us using the different adapters, the refillable ones. I'm going to go over all of that real quick. And then if anybody else has questions on later in the show, just watch a little video playing down below and ask questions. And if I don't see them, some other people probably see them too. All right, 1 minute in that giveaway, and then we're going to get started. So the giveaway seeds tonight. 2 people won cookies last night. I need to DM you, but if you get it, let me know if they made it there all right. I tried to pack them. They packed them. Crumb City cookie crack packed them and sent them to me. They were packed really well, and I separated them. We had 2 winners, and I tried to pack them just as good. All right, everybody in the giveaway, and the people on YouTube, you got to be over on Whatnot to be in the giveaway. When you're on Whatnot, all you have to do is click a little gray button up here, and it'll put you in the giveaway. And that's going to happen every 10 minutes. We'll probably go an hour tonight, guys. We'll try not to stay too long. All right, here goes the giveaway. And then we're going to explain this, put a box together, and get going. All right, who's the winner? Sculla. Congratulations. Was that Skull Air? My screen is really small over here. Those shows are fun. Thank you. The show. Hey, no problem. Yeah, I have fun doing that. Yeah, congratulations. You got box number 1. All right. We're gonna do that every 10 minutes. So right down below me, see, I'll see it now when I'm looking over here. Before it was behind me and I just kept running my mouth so I can see it down here. And hopefully you guys can see the video a lot better than it was back here. So the new people are coming in, watch that. It's showing me put together these microgreen growers with our self-watering adapters. If you guys know about microgreens, if anybody knows about microgreens or heard about them and they're healthy for you, go ahead and say me in the chat. Let me see how many people actually know about microgreens. But growing microgreens is kind of tough sometimes because the way everybody grows it is in soil. And usually they'll get a tray like this and they have soil in it. And you have to come in and water it 2 or 3 times a day. And if you forget it, like I used to be on the road, so they'd be doing good. And then I wouldn't make it home for the night, or we'd have to spend a couple days out of town. We'd come back and everything would be dead. And if you're just planting a couple seeds to put in your garden, you might lose, a couple dozen seeds. When you're doing microgreens, you're losing hundreds of seeds. So if you've got a bunch of trays going, like all of this stuff at one time, you lose a bunch of seeds. And that happened several times. So I got tired of throwing my money down the drain and had to figure out some way that I could leave it. And if I didn't make it back for a few days, that they would still be all right. So what this does is it takes a bunch of different bottles that people already have. And the first one that somebody asked me for was mason jars, because being a gardening channel, we had a lot of people that were in the prepping communities, and a lot of people that were homesteaders and that, and canning, and a lot of people had these already on hand. So the first one we made was for the ball mason jar, the regular mouth, and this fits it. And you'll see it on the videos that we're putting together down there. Right now, that's a Gatorade bottle, but the one before it was a mason jar, and it fits just like that. Now, what happens is you put this into a container like this bowl or the baking dishes, and this keeps your nutrient solution at a certain level. Then you put your grow medium, which we're using clay pebbles right now. Got some right here, and you'll see that in the videos. I also use sand, and I use pea gravel, and pea gravel is really cheap. But you load your grow medium up higher than that, and this keeps your level, your nutrient level down low. You keep your seeds damp until they germinate, roots start going down, and once the roots start sensing where the moisture's at, the roots will go down there. Then you can let that top layer dry out, and then it's basically set it and forget it. So all of this nutrient solution won't come out at one time. It'll just keep this level. When it starts to use some, a little bit more will come down, and those roots will go down to the bottom. And you'll see in the videos down here, you actually be able to see on some of the clear baking dishes, you see the roots down in the bottom of it. So pretty much these are like set it and forget it. Now, lots of people had these down here in the South. We drink sweet tea out of mason jars. They have these wide mouth ones. So we made those to fit that. Both of these are called a hybrid because right there in the middle, it's also got an adapter that fits a 16.9 Coke bottle, Sprite bottle, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, whatever, right? Everybody's got these sitting in the recycling bin right now, don't you? So if you've got those, you'll be able to utilize them instead of just tossing them into the landfill. So those are like a 2-for-1. Those are our most popular ones. Now, some people asked about refilling. If they have this, like you see, this is amaranth right here. This is actually a microgreen stage. This is ready to be harvested. This is what microgreens are. In a few days, those are going to open up a little bit bigger. And you can see the bottle's filled up. We haven't done anything to this. Okay, so that's good. If you want to harvest that right now, you can. But if you want to keep it and let it grow longer, see that, YouTube? We made a refillable adapter. You can see that bottle right there in the middle, right? So with that bottle, it's a long neck bottle. We'll say it's root beer, right? It fits in just like that. So you don't have to twist it on like you do with mason jars. Now, when this gets used up, all you have to do is pull this out, refill it, and tip it back in there quick like that, and you're all set. Then you can let your plants grow out a little further, you can see your greens can get a little bit bigger. You can see up here, this is pak choi. Let me try to pull one of these off. Got a moth flying around over here. Here we go. You see how big these grow. Let me come on in here. This one's actually grown a lot bigger than it should, but that's just leaving it inside that bowl. So what you want to do is when it's smaller than this, you want to take it out and get it into a larger container where it can get more nutrients and it won't be quite as leggy as that. But we're letting that go because that one's over 3 weeks old. I want to see how long it'll go and they'll still be, you know, producing leaves. You can come in here and actually harvest some of these off of here and then keep letting it go. But these are the same thing as this a few weeks ago. All right, that's a microgreen. When you go get microgreens, they're only about that big. See the roots? This is leaving it go. Just like the amaranth over there. Now, when you're using soil, you can't really do that. When you talk to any of the microgreen growers, 99.9% of them, I think, are using soil. I haven't heard of anybody using anything else. And if they leave it in the soil more than 7 to 10 days, they start getting problems with mold and mildew and something called damping off, which is kind of like a mildew of starting a spot. And then everything just turns to mush and it just spreads out like wildfire. And as you can see, you know, these things are growing through the microgreen stage into the baby green stage. There's a moth. Let a moth in. Check this guy out. He's weeks old. This is a bunch of kale. It's called red kale. The stem's a little red, but the leaves are green. This is like weeks old. Can you see that, YouTube? And this is done. See all that? Whatnot? Am I too close? This is done just like the video you've seen down below. Oh, giveaway time. Did anybody say giveaway? That's done just like the video down below. Let me start the giveaway and I'll start the little video again. Hey, giveaway number 2 is going. But that was done in the same thing like you're going to see us putting together down below in that video. That one's in a baking dish. I went up to the thrift shop and I bought a bunch of different size baking dishes for $1.99 a piece. A couple of them were like 99. It's pretty cool. So you've got that. So that's a refillable one, right? We also made one for the Coke bottles. It's refillable, just in case you want to take your greens a little bit longer. And then we've made this one. It's just a regular Coke bottle. This one screws on, so that's not refillable, but that one's a little bit cheaper. And these fit perfect into something like that too. And the last one is this one. It's for the Gatorade. And you'll see that on the video down below. You'll see some Gatorade bottles that look just like this. These are really tough, whereas these are real squishy, right? So those won't last you too long. This will last a long time. And just look how easy it is. It just goes on just like that. See that, YouTube? YouTube, you guys, there's a link to Whatnot. Y'all click that, come on over. You get a $15 credit to shop with. Now, besides that being tough and being bigger, there's a lot more liquid in there, so that will last longer, right? It also fits these juice bottles. This one's cranberry juice, but you guys have seen apple juice, grape juice, and everything and stuff like this, right? So if you go down the juice aisle, lots of them have that same style lid. You'll be able to recognize it. See, these look the same. Basically, probably 70 to 80% of the bottles that are down the juice aisle will fit that adapter. All right, so any questions? And what we're going to do is we're going to put a box together. Anybody wants to get started, we're going to go ahead and put a medium box together. I've got one of these growers, like you guys have seen with the pea, right here. This first one's going to be a clear bottom where you can see the roots. We'll have more of those in tomorrow. The rest of them that I've got in right now are the opaque ones, and that still works. I mean, you can still just pick it up and see the roots, right? So it's no big deal, but it is kind of cool just being able to see it and seeing how much water you got in the bottom. So we're going to put this one in the first one. We're going to put some adapters. We're going to put the clay pebbles. We're going to put some nutrients, and I'll talk about that for like 2 seconds. And then we'll get that going when we got the givey going. But 2 minutes on the giveaway. So the nutrients, if you want to just take them to this level, water's just fine. If you want to take them to this level, you're going to need some nutrients. And I start all of mine with nutrients, except for basil, which likes water in the beginning, I think, and arugula. Everything else I start with nutrients. And to make it easy, I'm just using this. General Hydroponics MaxiGrow. I've used Master Blend for like years. It works well. If you go to my channel, you can see me talking about Master Blend. There's going to be videos. That works great for transferring these into bigger containers. It is a 3-part fertilizer, and you're going to have to mix it in a certain way. Whereas this, all you have to do is put 1 teaspoon in a gallon of water, and you're set. So people are new to all of this. I want to make it easy for you. So I've got enough here to make 5 gallons. We're going to toss those in. So we're going to put a box together. We got 1 minute on the giveaway, guys. And this is going to be the only one with the clear bottom, and then we've got some without. But guys, we're going to put all the stuff you need to get going to get started on some microgreens. Then you go and check out my channel. It's going to be on here. Scan that QR code, and that's going to show you how to take these if you want. You can just do this to just grow microgreens if you want. But if you want to grow them out to bigger plants and into pak choy and stuff like you see us down below, then check out my channel and show you how to do it. We're going to put this one in here. 40 seconds. What are we at on the giveaway? Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of Hydroton, clay pebbles, leca. It's all the same. That's enough to get you started. Let's see who won this giveaway. All right. This for the box of seeds number 2. We're going to throw the nutrients in here, like we said. And then we're going to get all of these adapters. We're going to get 1 of each. That way, if you go to your recycling bin and pull something out, you're most likely going to have an adapter that fits something, right? All right, here we go. Who's in there? Nick Mello, congratulations. You won yourself a box of seeds. 8 samples. There's enough to do 8 of these. And it's all of these. Let's see, it's not the basil cinnamon. I think it's all of these up here at the top. And when we run out, we've got a little bit of red cabbage left from the weekend. When we run out of that, we got broccoli to put in there. Broccoli is one of the healthiest microgreens for you to eat. All right, now let's go ahead and get this. We're going to put one of the wide mouth, one of the regular mouth adapters. These are the hybrids. Right now, I sell these for $19.99 on Etsy all day long. We're up to close to 10,000 sales. So you guys are getting a good deal over here. You've got that. You've got that. We're going to start this at $5. We'll put those in there. We're going to put the refillable. That's the long neck, the glass ones like you see up back there. We're going to put a refillable for the Coke bottle, the plastic ones. We're going to put the Gatorade bottle that fits in those big juice bottles too. Going to get one of those. And we'll put a couple of these Coke bottle ones in there. We're going to put samples of all these seeds. We're going to have red acre cabbage, mustard wasabi, red garnet amaranth, which is right there. We've got red arrow radish. This is radish over here. We've got top soy, the speckled pea, like you just saw what I pulled out here and showed you in the big containers. Got sunflower seeds tonight. So this is sunflower sprouts. Those are awesome. And cilantro, which is good for salsa and that. Now, all of these are portioned for a container about that big. And if you're going to grow your peas like this, that's portioned just right for you. So you just watch a little video that's playing down below. You're going to see that you just take this, toss those in there without the bag, right? Empty them out and let it soak. What I do is do it in that bottom one, cover it with water, let it soak overnight. The next night, dump it out in there, let it rinse, and rinse it 2 or 3 times a day for the next 3 or 4 days until the roots get well established. And don't shake them up in there. Let them kind of sit. Once they start having the roots go down, don't move them around. And then once the roots go down there, then you're set just like that one. Right? And then you just let it go. Just watch the water in the bottom. No nutrients or anything for that. All right, that's going in there. We're going to start bidding at $5 here, guys. Ooh, that's a tip I need. Yeah, that's what it keeps the top layer dry, and then that cuts down on your mold and mildew issues. All right, we're going to call this a medium box. All right, so this is going to start. Every time somebody bids, we're going to throw more free seeds in there. All right, ready, go. There it goes. I mean, we got 11, 15. Now we're going fast. Peas, peas. 19. More peas. More topsoil. This radish. Y'all gonna love radish. And more of the garnet amaranth. We're at 20, 47. Let's see. 1. Who's that? Mandy. Congratulations. Let me throw another cilantro in there for you. All right, we'll do a couple of these since y'all were in here. If anybody new just pops in here, I can't forget the card, right? Scan that. It's going to take you to the videos to see all of this. I'm going to throw a couple more of these together really quick. And I'm not going to explain all the adapters for the people who've been in here since the beginning. It gets a little bit monotonous. But if anybody in here is new and you're wondering what's going on, just kind of watch the video down below. You have to hit the little arrow to take the words down so you can see. But it's kind of showing you what we do and how to use all of these. It's to grow microgreens. All right, let's do a couple more like that. Now, like I said, this one has an opaque bottom, but that works just as fine. All right, so you're going to get a microgreen grower in this. After we do a couple of these too, y'all let me know in the chat. Thanks, I'm totally going to do this with my student. Awesome, Mandy. And Mandy, contact me on Whatnot. Just message me, tell me you're a teacher. And if you need any help with anything, I can help you out. All right, so we're going to start with that. Let me see what. Hey, I just came over here from YouTube and connected, but ignoring the chat over there, by the way. Yeah, I am ignoring the chat because I have to run my stream here, and I'll let people know that. So if you're on YouTube, you have to jump over to Whatnot. You guys are over there. You're behind the scenes. So I'm over here on Whatnot, and I've got a chat over here, so I can't watch both chats. If I move it'll mess up my Whatnot stream if I go back and forth. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, just go ahead and contact me. And that's anybody else too. Keep on growing 1@gmail.com. Or if you're here on Whatnot, you can just message me right on Whatnot and ask any questions. We're going to put your hydrogen, your clay pebbles. We're going to put your nutrients. We're going to put both of the hybrid adapters, the long neck for your glass bottles, the plastic bottle refillable, the Gatorade one, a couple of these for your Coke bottle. And I get seeds. And we're going to run a couple of these, all right? Every time somebody bids, more seeds go in there. Can y'all see that? Medium. And here we go. All right, $5, 6, 7, right out of the gate. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. $35. Where we at? 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 39. Got another one. Top soy. Got another order in there. 5, 4, 3. Who's that? Aubrey leading it. Congratulations, Aubrey. You got box number 2. Don't forget the card. I'll put together another one real quick. And then y'all let me know if you want. We're going to do another medium box, and y'all let me know if you want to do a large box, if anybody wants a tray like this to grow the peas like we do there, or if you want smaller boxes with just a couple of adapters and a couple of seeds, and we can start that. All right, one more like this, as long as everybody knows what's going into this, right? Oh, giveaway time. Anybody said giveaway? Yeah, I just closed YouTube out and let the people over there know. Awesome. Appreciate it. Who's that? Fairy Crochet Mama. Thank you very much. All right, giveaway. See, I got to run giveaways. I got to do all the stuff over here. It's just too tough going back and forth. I just turn that on so that people can funnel their way over here. All right, guys, giveaway starting right now. All right, I'm going to put this together. You guys have been here since the beginning, so we don't have to explain it. You're going to get a microgreen grower. You get Seafoam Green. Got your clay pebbles. Got your nutrients. Each one of our adapters, like I said, that's $20, $40. This is $17.99. You can go check Etsy. Like I said, right now we got to buy one, get one free over there. But that's still like 10 bucks a piece, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You've got the Gatorade one. And we got a couple of these, not to mention your microgreen grower and all the seeds and the nutrients and your clay pebbles. We get the seeds to get you started. I think I got some sunflower seeds. I think I got them by the front door that are sprouted. I'll bring that in a minute and show y'all. All right, $5. Every time somebody bids, you throw more free seeds in there. Ready, go. $5. 6. More of the amaranth that's up there. We're at 18, 19, 20. We want more peas. 37. Here's another pea for you. Who was that? 41. Here's another tot soy. 6, 5, 4. Cilantro. This is going to be about the red acre cabbage. Who is that? Atlas. Congratulations. There's more cilantro for you and some red acre cabbage. That was box number 3. All right, guys, you want some more like that, or do you want some with just a few adapters and a couple of seeds? We can start some small boxes, or we can do a big box with that. And we can also throw in the clay pebbles, the nutrients, the seeds, and the adapters and everything. Let's see, we're at 2 minutes on the giveaway. Only seeds. Y'all want to do a couple with only seeds? Then we'll wipe out my seed stash early in the night. All right, we'll do that. If we run out of seeds, we can always come back tomorrow, right? How about this size? If we need to, I'll dump it in a bigger box. This one's going to be all seeds, guys. And we'll start at $1. All right. Same thing. How about, do you guys want it to go quick? Put yes if you want it quick. I can just put it at 15 seconds and it won't like drag on and keep going up and up. It'll be whoever bids the most in 15 seconds. And when you all are saying yes or no, yes, 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 quick. We're going to start it off with 2 of each. So you're going to have 16. That's 16 portions of this. All right. And we'll start at $1. That's 16 right there. Can we see? Kind of. And you know what? I'm going to grab some up here because you guys, if this is 15 seconds, it's not going to give me a whole lot of time to grab more seeds, right? All right. This is going to be what they call sudden death. We're going to draw the winner. So I have never been on here before. That's all right. No problem. If you got questions, just ask. I just get caught up in this. I'll slow down in a second here. Got a giveaway. Amber. You winner number 3. You get a set of seeds. All right, guys. Box of seeds. Somebody pre-bid up to $6. Sudden death. All right, 15 seconds, okay? Ready, starting now, 15 seconds. 6. Oh, got 12 bids already. 15. 17. 3, 2, up 19. Somebody snuck a bid in there. 21. Who was that? Kimberly. Congratulations. I still got these here too. I'm going to toss you an extra peas and red acre cabbage in there too. Got some goodies. Y'all let me know if you want a couple more like that with just the seeds. Put yes. Thank you so much. No problem. Do these have to be transplanted? No, they don't. This right now, these are microgreens. If you go in the store and you buy microgreens in a little clamshell, this is what they are. And they sell those a couple of ounces for like $5, $8, $10, depending on where you're living, right? So you don't have to transplant them. I grow them out a little bit bigger. That's why I use the nutrients. Here's like pak choi up here. And this is a bunch of kale. So kale, when you grow microgreens like this, if you grow kale out big like collards, it's real chewy. And you have to either cook it and cook it a long time, or you have to take it and massage it with like salt and try to break down all the fibers. This is really tender. If you grow kale, you grow a bunch of baby kale, baby collards. You don't have to do all of that. You take it and you can eat it just like that. You can toss it in your salads and you can get your vitamins and everything for the day, where you can get your kale and you don't have to sit there and or collards and like really cook it a whole lot. My wife used to use collards and use it as a wrap too, but it'd be like really chewy. More medium boxes, please. Alrighty, one more medium box. Somebody said medium box, medium box. Yes, Callie, they're so expensive. Do you have seeds? Variety change. Yeah, my seed, the variety does change. And yeah, that's what I want to do for everyone, is that you come in, I want to give you a good variety. And that's why I want to show you, I've got different, so you have like a different color. You have different, this is radish. This is really spicy. This is the easiest one to grow. It takes 4 to 5 days and you're going to have radish. You can have that sitting on your table and your friends come over. You can just cut some of that, put on a salad. They're going to be like amazed. I've got some that are like either healthy, like broccoli and that. And then you've got different textures and some that are like really, really easy to grow. And I just wanted to give you a big variety. And what happens is we're going to be switching it out. If you guys weren't here last month, we had something like fenugreek was a real fragrant one. So we're switching stuff out. And like this, we're going to be out of the red cabbage pretty soon. Red cabbage is really good for you. That one ranks up with like broccoli. So we're almost out of red cabbage. This is what we got left. So the next couple of boxes, we've got red cabbage, and then we're going to bring in the broccoli. Some people are asking for that. And the basil cinnamon. You guys remind me, I'm going to toss it into your boxes when I go and pack these up. I've got some, I don't want to give handfuls of this. This is really expensive stuff. But this one's pretty cool. I'm going to go throw one in those boxes that are over there. And you guys remind me, and I'll toss some into the boxes that we put together here. I'll toss one into those. And that way you guys can get a sample of that, a free sample. Like I said, it's really expensive. You probably want to go out and just buy it. That's like $50 for a 1 pound box. Give me 1 second. I'm tossing this in everybody's boxes that have them down here. That's something you probably want to go and spend the money for just to experience. And I want to give you a little sample. And that's why we're going to be switching things up in that. We're going to get some things that are like your staples, like your broccoli, right? And tatsoi. We're going to have a bunch of tatsoi and pak choi. Those would be your staples. And then we're going to mix in some more exotic things like the cinnamon flavor that you probably want to go out and spend money on your own. Now you're going to get to experience it. Thank you for throwing the basil in. Hey, no problem. Ooh, the broccoli and the basil are new. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Sammy, how are you doing? And let's see, there's Deb. Alrighty, guys. Did anybody say more seeds? We're going to throw, somebody asked for a medium box. We're going to throw another medium box together. And if y'all want seeds, just say yes on seeds. If you want one with just some adapters, we'll throw those together. But oh, giveaway time. You guys, when you see the guy at the bottom there? Good, man. How are you? I'm doing awesome. Thank you. All right, let's get a giveaway going. Are we number 4 already? All right, giveaway's going, guys. Get in the giveaway. It's a little button right here. All right, we're going to get another one together. Gonna get your microgreen grower. That way you can grow your peas. You can also do bean sprouts like this. If you buy mung beans, they're grown the same way, except you don't want to give them any light. I grow mung beans completely in the dark, so you don't even have to worry about sunlight or anything. So mung beans, if you want bean sprouts, you can grow them just like that. We'll get some clay pebbles to get started with. Get your nutrients. Let's see if I've got all the adapters up here. That's a wide mouth. That's a regular mouth. That's a hybrids. That's the refillable one that you see back here. This is a refillable one for the Coke bottle, the plastic Coke bottles. These are the non-refillable ones for the Coke bottles, but we're going to give you a couple of those because everybody has those just sitting around everywhere, right? The recycling bin. And this for your Gatorade bottle or the big juice bottles fit that too. All right. Now let's go ahead and get our seeds. All the stuff we have like amaranth, radish, tatsoi, the speckled peas like you see up there. We've even got sunflower and cilantro. All right. We're going to get started with that and one of the basil, the cinnamon flavored basil. We're going to toss one of those in there. All right. All right. We're going to start at $5. And every time somebody bids, we throw more free seeds in. If I can find it. All righty. Ready? $5. More peas, more sunflower, more cilantro. We're up to like 15. This is red cabbage. Throw more peas in. We're at like 18. I got about 20 in here. Who's that? Chris. Congratulations. What else we got? More tatsoi, sunflower. I had these in my hands already, so more amaranth. Yellow goodies. And the card. Remember, there's QR code there. It's going to take you to go where all those videos are down there. Got the giveaway going. I forgot to start the video again. There we go. All right, so it's showing you down there right now is how we use those trays. This one right here to grow a bunch of pea sprouts at one time. Whoop, whoop. All right, some more medium. More medium or just seeds or just adapter. I got to throw a couple more adapters up here. Y'all toss it in the chat what you want next. Or if you want that tray, we can throw a couple of trays on there too. We're going to be wiped out on the adapters tomorrow. We got a couple of big orders on Etsy today, so we're going to be printing like crazy all this week. But we've got y'all's taken care of. Whenever you need to get started, if you're brand new, I guess. Whichever you need to get started. All right, we'll do one of those boxes, all right? Adapter seed, adapters, adapters, adapters. Hello, seeds, please. All right, let's do one like this. Let's put a couple of adapters. Got a box about this big. All right. We'll put our hybrid, which is one of the most popular ones. And we'll put like one of the refillable ones. It's like about $34 in there right now. And let's go ahead and put a Gatorade one in, because that fits all those juice bottles and everything too, right? And then let's go ahead and toss the seeds in. And we'll see if that helps. If some people want just that without all the nutrients and hydrogen and everything. And we'll even put one of these cinnamon basils in there, all right? And we're going to start this at $2. Call this adapter. Ready? $2. Go. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. More amaranth. How about peas? How about more peas? And tatsoi. We're at 3. 19. Another one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is that? There you go. You got some right. Fairy Crochet Mama. Another cilantro in there too. And your treats. And the card. That's where you're going to find all these videos, okay? All right, y'all want a couple small ones like that? Put a yes, yes or a Y or something in the chat so I know. Yes, sure. Okay, a couple small ones. All right, how about a wide mouth one this time? Wide mouth, another refillable, and we'll throw a couple of these for the Coke bottles. How about that? All right. Get all our seeds. One of those basils. And before I forget, the card, right? Where else do I need to buy to start? What else do I need to buy? Just watch that little video down there, playing down below. And basically the stuff that we put in here, the nutrients, the clay pebbles, if you've got a container and you've got a bottle, like any one of these things that we showed you, the mason jar, the Coke bottles, the long neck bottles, you're all set. All right, here we go, guys. Where are we at? Adapter. This thing keeps moving on me. All right, it's going to start $2. Ready, go. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 14, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. We're at 24, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 26. There's another one. Somebody snuck one in. How about another radish? 30, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another radish for you, Aubrey. Congratulations. This is adapter number 2. Good pickup. So little treats for you too. Adapter number 3. Let's see. How about we do this? Do y'all want some like this Coke bottle ones? If you want to set up a bunch of the same size ones, be a little consistent. How about I throw like 8 of these in? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I got a couple sitting around here somewhere. We're running the printers back here today. There we go. I can leave about 3 dozen of those for orders for tomorrow. My son will say, where'd they go? I lost count, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How about 8 of those and 8 seats to get started? And the cinnamon one in our card, right? All right, here we go. $2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Another bid, another bid. Radish, you like the radish? We're at 23, 7, 6, 5, 4 wasabi flavored mustard greens. Aubrey, you won again. What number is this? Number 3. Here you go, some more sunflowers and cilantro and radish. I had those in my hands. Other goodies. Now, Aubrey, what they'll do is the way this and save you on shipping, they might bundle a couple of them together. So they might come like in a bigger box. Let's see. Now my kids will be set to grow their own food. Yeah, that'd be cool. And stop taking mine. That'd be awesome. When I started, nutrients help if you want to grow them out to true leaves. Yes, exactly right, Jennifer. If you just want to grow microgreens like this, water will get you to that point. Now, if you want to take it a little bit farther and grow them out, with the exception of peas, this is just water, no nutrients or anything. So I love growing the pea sprouts, the pea shoots. Like I said, that's what the chefs love, right? They come in here and they take this and they put those on your plate and they charge you an extra $10 because they think they're fancy. It's pretty cool. These taste like peas, but they'll take that. You can take this if you eat any of this down here, it gets kind of woody. You know how a vine starts getting stronger. The tender part up here, you take that and harvest that, and you'll see that in the video down below. Harvest that, and people are like, why are you growing them out so big if you're only taking the top 2 or 3 inches? To me, I'm only using water. I'm not using any nutrients. So all of this down here is free compost. So I've got a compost pile out there, right? I'm going to grow this and eat it anyway. If I grow it out that big and I have a tiny little root that I'm throwing into the compost pile, if I let them grow up longer and it's not costing me anything extra except a little bit of time, and I've got a bunch growing at the same time anyway, right? Then I'm growing a lot of organic matter that's just free that you get to toss into your compost pile. So if you don't have a compost pile, you're not worried about it, then you can take these and harvest them when they're at about this stage. You come in here, you can see these are a lot smaller. You can just harvest them at that stage. Bean sprouts, you can do the same way. These, once they get a couple inches tall, you blast them with light, throw them out in the sun. Bean sprouts, you want to keep in the dark and don't let any light in. But bean sprouts, basically, you grow the same way as these. You just soak them, dump them in the tray, wash them, rinse them for 2 or 3 days until the roots get established. And then from then you bottom water and you're all set. And I do that completely in the dark, and that's how you get the short fat bean sprouts. And they have little tiny underdeveloped yellow leaves. And that's basically what traditional, like when you see the Asian dishes. But some people want chlorophyll, so they'll let them grow out. You can take them and set them in the sun, and in a day or two, they will open up. If the leaves are about that big already and they're yellow, you take it and you set it in the sun in the morning, by the afternoon, and then by nighttime, they're going to be big and green already, just bright green. To me, it's got a little bit of a grassy taste, but some people like to do that. If you like to do that, you know, have fun with that. Giveaway, giveaway. All right, number 5. Ready? Thank you for letting me know. Everybody get in the giveaway. I didn't see the trays in your shop. Where can I get them? Just message me, and I'll give you a link over to Amazon. I've got a couple. We'll put one box together like that right here if y'all are interested in that tray. Let me get the video going on the bottom again. All right, let's do one with that tray. I've got this box. I've got a little rectangle box that it fit into also, but it'll fit into this. Let's do a large one, guys. We won't do a bunch of these. We'll get back to a couple of small ones for y'all, all right? Got my pen. All right, so we're gonna put a couple of those green trays. Let's just do one green tray real quick. And then some of the adapters. This size, if we keep it under 5 pounds flat, it's going to be $9.21. If you take a flat rate box, a medium flat rate box up to the post office, it's going to be about $20. So you're saving $10. If you go take a large flat rate box up to the post office, it's $29.99. If you take it, buy it on here, and we can fit it in a large flat rate box, it's $9.21. So you're already saving money right out of the gate with Whatnot. We're going to put one of these in there, all right? Now, I've got this little green part. This is how they come. You can grow them like that. I like to let mine grow bigger, as you can tell, and I need more room for the roots. If you're just growing pea shoots about that big, this is just fine. You can start like this. Then all you have to do is just jack it up. That container that it's in, I got up at the Dollar General. You know, Walmart, Home Depot, everybody's got those, right? So we're going to get started with this. Got the giveaway going? You guys getting in the giveaway? David, what's up? Christine, everybody, how are y'all doing? Popping in. We're going to put that in. Y'all want, let's do a large box. Somebody was asking what do I need to get started. We're going to put your clay pebbles. Then that way, just like the video down below, you'll see how to set some of these up. After you get the hang of it, go get pea gravel up at Home Depot. You get a 50-pound bag for about $5. All right, we're going to get you your nutrients to get started. And we're going to pack this with all these adapters. Like I said, this one sells for $19.99 over on Etsy. right? You can check out my shop, Mike Van Duzy. You got another one there. So that's like $40. These things take about an hour and a half each to print. If I could print them a lot quicker or get them injection molded, I could do them a lot cheaper, but it costs about $10,000 to set up a prototype. This is your refillable one for the glass bottles. This is your refillable one for the plastic Coke bottles. Here's a couple of extra ones for your plastic Coke bottles that aren't refillable, but they work just as fine. And your Gatorade bottle that also fits your big juice bottles. We're going to have all that in there. And since this is a big box, we're going to start with 2 each of these seeds. That's cabbage. That's the wasabi flavored mustard greens. That's amaranth. 2 of the radish. 2 of the top soy. 2 of the speckled peas, like you see it's growing. 2 sunflower and 2 cilantro. So there's 18 seeds starting out. And we're going to toss you in one of these basil ones, the cinnamon flavor one. All right. That's going in there, and that's going to start at $5. Every time somebody bids, we throw more free seeds in. All right. We're going to draw the giveaway. And then we're going to get this started. I'm going to grab a handful of seeds so we can get started right out of the gate. Let's see who won that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Who is it? Thomas. Congratulations. All right, we're going to get started with this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some seeds. Find where it's at. Large flat rate box. Going to start the bidding at $5. I'll be ready for y'all. And I think it's going to be about, we're almost done with the red acre cabbage, and we're going to be tossing up some broccoli over here. Here's my card too. All right, ready? Go, $5. Bid, 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 bid. Bid, bid. Where are we at? 33. 33, 4, 3, 39. Somebody snuck one in. 7, 6, 45. Another one. 7, 6, 5, 50. Another one. We're going to throw another one adapter and hit 50 there. How about that? 3, 2, 1, $50. Skull. Got some more. Congratulations. Almost forgot goodies. Got some more goodies. All righty. He's on the board with a large box. All right, what some people say, they want some of the small boxes again? Small or medium? Awesome. Yeah, isn't that fun? All right, I've got some up here. Let's do a couple of small boxes for y'all. Don't let me forget the giveaway. Here, let's do one like this. This will be a steal. This is going to be one of each of these. That way, whatever you got sitting over in your recycling bin, you'll be able to find an adapter for it. Oh, running out of the Gatorade. All right, so you got 6 of the adapters in there. All right. We're going to throw your seeds in to get started. We're going to get this started at $2. Alrighty, ready? $2. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to 10. 13. 17. Peas. Here, I know y'all like speckled pea, right? Sunflower. Ooh, remind me to bring the sunflowers in from outside and show y'all that. At 23. How about another pea? 25. How about some more tatsoi? Where are we at? 5, 4, 3, 2. How about some more tatsoi? 1. Who is that? Mark. Is that Mark? Congratulations. That's adapter number 4. I got another one here. More tatsoi. That's a steal. You got 6 adapters. You got a whole set of adapters for $25. I sell one of those on Etsy for $19.99. And you got 6 of them in here. And you got all those seeds. And you got gummies. That's why you on YouTube, you need to jump over on Whatnot. If you go into Etsy right now, each one of these are $19.99, and I've got sale going on, buy one get one free, but that sale doesn't last forever, right? So $19.99. He just picked up 6 of these, right? 6 of those. He just picked up all of these seeds. There's loads of seeds in here and some gummies for $25. And you guys get $15 to shop with. You guys get $15 to shop with. That means you would have picked it up for only $10. All of that for $10. My mom's handyman supplied me with Gatorade bottles. Oh, from the floorboard of his truck. That's awesome, Jennifer. Man, I was sleeping. Yeah, that's all right. We're going to have more. But that's cool. I like when somebody gets a cool deal. Oh, here goes another giveaway. All right, guys, let's see. Giveaway number 6. All right, and YouTube, I'm sorry if I'm like, somebody said I was like ignoring you and that. You guys are on another tab. I can't even see you, but I just have you on so you can see what's going on over here. You can see people getting like awesome deals. You get $15 to shop with. Come on over. I'm back. KK, what's up? I had to help a neighbor jumpstart. Oh, that's awesome of you. All right, giveaway going, guys. Y'all want another one with this microgreen grower in it, the little medium one? I got a couple more. I've got some more with the clear bottles coming in tomorrow. Let's see. There were only 6 people when I was over on YouTube, and I finally figured out there was a link to jump to. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I just left it running so they jump in and out. There'll be, by the time we get done, like this is an hour. By the time we get done with like 2 hours on YouTube, there'll be 1,000 views. So there'll be 1,000 people coming in and out of there. So that's why I just left that going. Yeah, it's kind of confusing at first when I saw nobody answering and no mods and figured it out. Yeah, my wife is my only mod. I don't have anybody else modding, and she's under the weather tonight, so she's not in there watching. I want that. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have this. Y'all let me know if you want to bid. You want just this and seeds. Fairy crochet mod. No, that's all right. It's all good. You want just this and seeds, or do you want this, the adapters, the clay pebbles, nutrients? You want the whole shebang, or you want just this and some of the seeds? Maybe a bunch of the pea seeds, since you're going to be growing peas in there. So just say like everything or just seeds. Do I have one in what I won? If not, I'll buy more later. Seeds, everything. Juice bottle adapters. Do you have one of what? Fairy crochet mama? Oh yeah, before I forget, that's the basil cinnamon one. And here's my card. I want it all. All right, the trays. Like this one, I have to go and see which one you win. If you bid on a medium box, then you've got one of those in there. If you bid on the little small box with just adapters, then you don't. I don't know if my messages went through. I grow in about, let's see, good grade container, food grade container I can get my hands on. Cool deal. Yeah. All right, we'll put everything in this one. My son's gonna go, where'd all the adapters go? We've got a couple big orders that we have to fill tomorrow. And if I don't have enough to fill it, we'll have to be printing like crazy. All right. I still have hydrogen, clay pebbles. Still got a couple of the nutrients. One teaspoon per gallon is all you need. That'll get you going. Both your hybrids, long neck. Got your plastic refillable, the Gatorade. You want to throw a couple of these. Be out of those two, the little Coke bottle ones. Right? Seeds. That's the last of the cabbage. Guys, we're going to get started with broccoli. That's the one you guys keep hearing. They say there's some things in here that are like 40 times more nutrient dense than the mature counterpart. They're talking about broccoli. But here's a bunch of seeds to get started. All right. And we'll get this started for $5. We got 50 seconds going on the giveaway. So just about time we get this started, the giveaway will be going. Congratulations to the winner. Here we go. We're going to draw a fair warning. Who do we got? Jay, congratulations. Congratulations on the givey. All right, $5, guys. Ready? Go. 5, 6, 7, amaranth, wasabi. This is the broccoli. That's a new one. Cilantro. We got sunflower. Everybody likes the peas, right? More speckled peas. Tatsoi. 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 More radish. We love the radish. 50. We're going to throw an extra little adapter in that one. More amaranth. We're at 3, 2, 1. And I've got another couple. The wasabi mustard. Who won that? KK. Some more gummies. This one looks like a little hamburger or something. Medium number 5. Congratulations. $50. Yeah, so if the people on YouTube are wondering what's going on, people are over here getting good deals on adapters. Like I said, you go on Etsy, and we get sales over there, several sales every single day. All they get is the adapter. So if you're on Etsy, if you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, all you're getting is adapter. That's why we have fun over here. We've got the microgreen growers, we've got the nutrients, we've got the clay pebbles, you've got the adapters, and you've got seeds. You got a whole bunch of stuff just to get going. And let's see, we got a couple more for the night here. Y'all want another medium box? What do you want? Some that are just a couple adapters and some, what am I missing? Wide mouth. Just a couple of adapters and a few seeds. I'm here for you. So whatever y'all want. Seeds and adapters. All right, let's do a couple of those real quick. It was just a seed and adapters. I got one box here. Let's put a couple more boxes together. All right. Let's do the hybrid. You get the Coke bottle one in there too. This is the glass refillable one. In our Coke bottle, we're going to put the basil, cinnamon flavored basil one in there. You get started with your seeds. And this one, besides the cinnamon flavored basil, I've still got just a few of these left. This is Eastern Sun Asian mix. This is a blend. This has got Mizuna, Pak Choi, Daikon, Machili cabbage, and tender green. I'm going to throw 2 of those in there. And that's my stash that I got left. All right. And we're almost out of speckled peas. I've just been throwing in handfuls of speckled peas. I don't think I've got any left. I might have a few on hand. All right, guys, I'm just getting ready because you guys bid so fast. All right, this is going to start at $2. Hey, you didn't remind me to start the little video down there. Get it running again, all right? Oh, and don't forget the sunflower sprouts. Oh, yeah, let me do that real quick. All right, let me show you sunflower sprouts before. Here's the card, too, so I don't forget. This has got soil in it, so I did it the same way as the pea shoots, except I put a little bit of soil on the top of it because the sunflower seeds, we soaked them overnight and they take a little while longer than the pea shoots. The peas, the next day, you're going to see a sprout already. So these take a while longer. I put a little bit of soil on. I always have a little bit better luck with that. That's your sunflower sprouts. These are awesome. This you can sit here and just snack on them like that. Now, since there's soil, there's a little bit of dirt on here. You're going to want to rinse them off. But you can see most of the hulls have fallen off. Great germination rate. You can see a couple of the hulls left on here, right? But most of them have fallen off. So you're going to want to go through, let this sit for a little while longer. And these smaller ones will grow up, cast off the rest of those little shells. But my wife likes to get a little dipping sauce, whatever kind of stuff, like oil and vinegar. I like nutritional yeast. So I make up a little sauce that I dip with that, and I take these and dip them in it. But that you can grow. That's the sunflower seeds. Those are the same ones that are inside the packages. I got them sitting out there because I had it sitting out in the shade house, and some ants made a little trail in there. So there's a couple of ants in there, and I didn't want ants getting with everything else. So I got it sitting out on the porch. All right, guys, let's get started with this. How do we get $15 credit? If you signed up, if you're new and you signed up over here, it should automatically, whatever your first order is. So if you've got to be new. If you've been on Whatnot before, you're not going to get a credit. It's for the new people who are popping over. But when you go to bid, it should say there's a credit where it says bid like $5 or $10. It'll have the credit. Or if you go into my shop or somebody else's shop, if you just search for like steampunk and stuff comes up, when you put in your checkout and you go to checkout, it should take it out before you do the final checkout. All right, now I'm lost. What is this? An adapter and some seeds. All right, ready, guys? $2. 3, 4, 5. 16, 17, 18, 19. More tatsoi, more amaranth. This is the wasabi flavored mustard green. 35. We're at 39. Somebody stuck another one in. Some more speckled peas. 4, 3, 2. That's some more sunflower seeds for you. Somebody stuck another one in. Let's throw some more tatsoi. I love the tatsoi. And some more radish. Let's find another one of these. That one over 50. I'm going to throw another adapter in there. Some more radish. 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is this? Shirley. Congratulations. Did y'all see me throw my card in there? There's another card just in case. Your little gummies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations. Yes, indeed. All right, that's number 5. Y'all said you want to do a couple of those? How about we'll do, I've got 2 more boxes and then I'm out of that size box. It's tomorrow, Sunday. I have to drive around. There's a couple post offices. Y'all tell me if this is like, you guys probably aren't going and picking up priority boxes or whatever. They used to put these out in the kiosk, out in the lobby where the mailboxes are. So we used to go and just pick these up as we needed them. For some reason, that kiosk is like empty. You have to go inside and ask them for it. They're free. You know, we're using them. So if you're using priority mail, these are free, but I guess people are grabbing them and using them for something else, and they're not letting people have them anymore. So there's one post office that keeps it out in their lobby, but only when they're open, and the other ones are keeping them like locked up under lock and key. So I can order them online, but it takes a while to get here. So I'm on the hunt for more boxes. I finally got some of the medium boxes, and that's why we're running a lot of the medium boxes. They finally brought me some of those. All right, I got 2 more of these boxes. Now I might have a couple of these after. If you guys have bought like 2 or 3 things, we're gonna bundle them into a bigger box and save you on shipping. And then I'll have a couple extra boxes. But let's go ahead and make these the adapters. So what do y'all think? Wide mouth or regular mouth? Put W for wide mouth or R for regular mouth. And then I'll throw something else in with it too. Wide mouth. All right, wide mouth was first. We're going to do a wide mouth. And we're going to do a refillable glass bottle like that. Y'all love doing that, right? And these little Coke bottle ones. My box is getting empty. My box is getting empty. We'll throw a couple of those in. And your seeds. All right, we're going to start this at $2. That's the deal. Like I said, if you're on Etsy, you can pay way more than that. All righty, ready? We're going to start at $2. Go. Here we go. Here we go. 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. Sunflower, sunflower. Speckled peas. How about this? Where are we at? 19. How about some more tatsoi? Tatsoi. 3, 2, 1. How about another speckled pea? Aubrey, congratulations. That's a steal. You get your goodies. All right, we got one more box like that, guys. And your goodies. Number 6. All right, that was the wide mouth. Did anybody want a regular one? All right, we'll just sell wide mouth, wide mouth. All right, I got a couple of these. I got more of these coming in tomorrow, if Amazon stays true. Let's do another medium one. Aubrey, thanks. Feel free to throw anything together at this point. Less boxes. Tied for my husband. I hear you. I was watching another stream, and somebody said they were on restriction, or they were banned or on restriction or something, and the host was like, how do you get on restriction on whatnot or whatever? And she said her husband, if you guys look, there's a tab at the top. It's called activity, and if you click on that, it tells you all the stuff you've done, like you know what you purchased from where and everything. And she said her husband checked her activity tab. This is basil flavored one. We're going to toss that in before I forget. And my card. And he went and took the credit card off of all the apps and everything because she was just in there. This gets addicting, so you guys got to be careful if you do go around to all the other shops. Once you start coming on to Whatnot, and they're going to put people in front of you. If you're like in a housewares, plants, if you guys, we're all gardeners, right? There's a bunch of plants. My wife, she likes some of the carnivorous plants. We bought pitcher plants and fly traps, and they came packaged up. It was awesome. We bought all kinds of stuff, the candy, sneakers, tools, just all kinds of things. If you get into some of them where they're doing the closeouts, they go and buy pallets full of stuff from like Target. Some people were selling designer bags. And when you get up to that price, you have to get validated in that because they don't want people selling knockoffs. There were women on there bidding up to and over $1,000 for purses on this app. And then there's other people who are running things that had things that were only $3, you know, and doing that over and over. So something for everyone. All right, you get the microgreen grower. You get the clay pebbles. You get your nutrients to get started. And this is where you're going to get a deal. You're going to get all of these. Like I said, this is $19.99 on my Etsy shop. So is that one. So you're getting both of those in here. You're getting the glass bottle hybrid, not hybrid, but the glass bottle refillable one, the plastic Coke bottle refillable one, a couple of the Coke bottles, the non-refillable ones, and the Gatorade one that fits all those big juice bottles too. And we're going to get you started on seeds. And we're going to do this starting at $5. All right. Let's see. Oh, giveaway time too. Did anybody say giveaway? Givey. All right. Let's bid on this and then we'll get a givey started. All right. All right. $5 starting now. 6, 9, 2, amaranth. Getting low on the peas. Top soy, top soy, top soy. I know you guys love this radish. 31. Where you at? 35. Radish got away at the front. I'll get that one. Some more sunflower. Another speckled pea. We're at 3, 2, 1. Another cilantro. Danielle, congratulations. And you got one got away here. Yeah, your radish was trying to get away. And some of the goodies. What number was this? Number 6. Congratulations. Thank you. What temperature does the house have to be where you grow them? Pretty much, I just go by. If it's comfortable for you, then pretty much you can grow microgreens. If you're going to try and grow plants out a little bigger, then you have to kind of just Google that depending on the plant. If it's going to be like lettuces, there's some things that the spinach that likes a cooler climate, and then some other things like the pak choi. I can grow pak choi. I've been doing it for years. If you go on my YouTube channel, I don't know if I forgot to put a card in here. If you go to my YouTube channel, Keep On Growing, then you're going to see pak choi for like years. I've had some pak choi where it went down to freezing and actually had a frost, not a hard freeze like for hours, but if it's just overnight, couple hours of frost, the leaves actually froze, the sun came up, they thawed out and they were just fine. And I'd have it going up to temperatures in the 90s and it was doing all right. So pak choi is like a really resilient crop. I love that. I grow a lot of it. But inside, basically, you know, it might take a little bit longer to grow if you don't have the right temperature, but I grow just about all year long, and we go anywhere from, and we're in the fall, to nice pleasant weather like 70s and 80s. And the summers we go up in the mid 90s and the heat index gets up over 100 and we're still growing plants. Alrighty guys, if you want, you can have it fairy crochet. Let's see, what were you want to know? I'm in Central California. It's hot most of the time. Yeah, you're hot most of the time. Then if you just kind of grow indoors, if you grow outdoors, my yard, go look at my YouTube channel and look at my backyard. The entire thing is like shaded. So we're really challenged, but we grow a lot of stuff and people are like, oh, I want to come see your farm. And it's just my little tiny backyard. I have a farm and we're just making do. If we were where we had a lot more sun, we would grow like twice as much stuff as we do. So the amount of things that you see me grow and everything is with limited light. But we're also in Florida and we're like you, it does get hot if we're out in the straight up sun during the noon. You know, our temperatures get up over 100 degrees. It was like 120. You know, if you put the thermometer out like on the table where we're growing, it does get kind of hot. Guess I'll keep them inside on the patio for now. And oh yeah, well, your green stock, cool deal. I'm in Southern Cali. Okay, cool. So you guys, it's still early for you. What is it, 9:30? It's about 6:30 for y'all, right? Trying to find a good time to go live. All right, guys. Let's see. I've got a green one left. We can do another medium one like that. And I've got one more thing of clay pebbles. We can throw one more box together. 83 at 6:30. Yeah, that's a little balmy. Let's see how many. You know, I got a medium box. All right, let's do one more of these. For the new people who are just coming in, here's pea shoots. Roots come out the bottom, stays dry on the top. You can watch down. Oh, I don't got the video going. You throw a little video going starting here. All right, here's how we grow the pea shoots, guys. Right down there. And if you're just starting, you start with this. And this is your perfect portion to get started with that. All right, last one for the night. I dropped a tatsoi. There's going to be another tatsoi in there. We've got clay pebbles. So if you watch a little video after the one with the peas, it's going to show you how we put these containers together. We've got your nutrients. Now let's see if we got one left of everything here. I need a wide mouth. Here we go. You're going to get the wide mouth adapter. That's the hybrid. It's got the Coke bottle adapter in the middle. This one's got Coke adapter in the middle, and this is for the regular mouth. That's for your mason jars. This is your refillable for your plastic bottle. We need to get a refillable for your glass bottles, these up here. So those, if you want to take it like this, you can eat just like that right now. And if you want to grow them out a little bit bigger like this, where you can take these and pull them out and transplant them, you can just come in here and grab some. I usually don't wait till they get that big to transplant them. I get them when they're about like yay big like that. You see the roots and all that stuff you see down below. You'll see where these grow out into bigger containers. Got your Gatorade bottle. It fits all your big juice bottles in that too. And what do we got? And one of these little Coke bottle things left. And all your seeds. We can get started with the seeds. More sunflower, speckled peas, top soy, cilantro. Alrighty, we're gonna get this started at $5. When people bid, we keep throwing seeds in. All right, ready? Go. $5. Last box for the night, guys. That's broccoli. That's healthy for you. Sweet pea, or speckled pea rather. There's 3 of them. Here's tatsoi. Tatsoi. Last one of the night. Get you more of the broccoli since we haven't had the broccoli out here. Amaranth is this right up here. Spicy radish. 50. Let's throw another adapter in there. Here, another Gatorade one. How's that? That was another $17 in there right there. Sunflower. 56, 5, 4, 3. Cilantro. 2, 1. Who was that? Shirley. Congratulations. I get you more sunflowers and more cilantro. Some more goodies. Box number 7. Awesome. All right. Who won the last giveaway? Was I watching? All right, guys, that's about it on the clay pebbles. We've got these big trays left. We can do that tomorrow. Y'all let me know. I've got some seeds I can do, like the seeds, and our adapters were about wiped out. Like I said, I've got some big orders for Etsy tomorrow, so I've got to keep some for that. And then we'll be printing some more up. So we've got a couple of these left, but not too many seeds. Want to do a couple of seeds real quick? How about we'll do a couple of sudden death seeds worth just 15 seconds? All right. What seeds need to be soaked? Anything that's big, like peas, like sunflower, like your mung beans. Those need to be soaked. One thing, guys, cilantro takes longer to germinate. And all you have to do is take these things. Did you put broccoli seeds in that you're going to? Yeah, I got broccoli seeds in there. Cilantro takes longer to germinate. Once it grows, though, you can take these and plant these out. Look how many, if you just planted these for your garden, look how many cilantro plants that would be. I mean, that's all you would need, like, for the whole summer, right? So you can take this and grow them out. These take a little bit longer. What you want to do is take these and put them, this bag's kind of tough. You can put them in a thicker bag or put them into a paper bag or something and get, like, I get a glass bottle. You can get your rolling pin or whatever, and you want to kind of crush these. Here, listen. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Could you hear that? And I was just rolling over them. Cilantro seeds, you want to kind of crush a little bit like that. You're not going to hurt the seeds. There's a couple of them in each one, I think. But that'll get you started a little quicker. Some people going over and, what do you call it? Soak those too. Where can I check if I win the giveaway? Let's see. I don't know on mobile. On mobile, you go down to where it says, see down here, there's a little button that says shop. And you click on shop, and there'll be some tabs. And one says offers, one says pending, one says auction. Then there's giveaways. That's what's coming up. And then you keep going over to the right, and you'll see one that says sold. And you can scroll through that and you see all the stuff that we sold tonight. And if you see one with 0 on it, that means that was a giveaway. So if I click on it on the desktop, it's easy to see on the desktop, but if you're in the on your mobile, it's a little harder to get to. I'm trying to find the last one was J. Found it. Okay, cool. All right, we'll do some with the seeds. Let's do one more giveaway too, right? Before this little video, the gnome will pop up sooner or later. I like doing these giveaways. This is a whole lot easier than when we were on YouTube. I had to, sorry, YouTube, Facebook, you know, whatever. I had to get people to email me. We had to like verify who each other was, and then they'd send me an address and I have to print up a label. This is when we're done with this, since your information's already in there, I pick up the ship and the giveaway doesn't cost you anything. And I just print out a label and slap it on a box and it's off. So this like 10 times easier. All right, guys, giveaway going, seeds. And guys, look, if you go in and just buy a packet of seeds, if you went in and bought mustard seeds, how much would that cost if you just get those packets? A little packet You know, it's like $3, $4, $5, right? And you don't even get that much. So with the microgreen seeds, you get more. You're buying in bulk. Woo! Drop the bottle. Look at all the pak choi seeds on there. Right? So you guys can get this. You can grow microgreens if you want. But if you want to take that out in your garden, that's enough tatsoi for you and all your friends. Right? Just in one pack. So let's do a couple of these. If you guys just want to get these, and just plant them in your garden, that's fine. You can save a lot of money like that. And then you're going to get stuff like, I mean, you probably want to go and just go get amaranth, right? So you're getting a blend of things. You're going to get a lot of broccoli. Everybody can grow broccoli. You can let that grow out to full heads of broccoli if you like. Sunflower sprouts. All right, how about 2 of each of these to get started? And then we'll keep, just like we've been doing, we'll throw more seeds in as we go. We're going to get started for $1. That's a deal. Look at all those seeds you're getting. Starting at $1. There's 16 of these portions, 16 of these bags. And cilantro. Look at all that cilantro. How many cilantro plants is that right there? That could be you. You could give it to your friends, your family, and everything. Everybody can have salsa, right? Right there, $1. Giveaway. Giveaway's going. Everybody get in the giveaway. 2.5 minutes. Box of seeds starting at $1. Ready, go. This is the basil cinnamon one going in there. More your radish, more your amaranth, the wasabi, broccoli, sunflower, radish. Where you at? More tatsoi, 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 radish, sunflower, cilantro. Still going. More broccoli, radish. How about that? More broccoli. How about more peas? More of the peas. 3, 2, 1. Who is that? Shirley. Congratulations. Here we go. It's in my hand already. More broccoli, more peas. That's loads and loads of seeds. That's why I like microgreens. You get this, you can grow a bunch of these, keep harvesting them, keep eating them. And that's why I like to take them and transplant them, because now you get more bang for your buck, right? If this is all you're doing and you're just taking this, each one of these is one portion like that. You sit down, that can be like one meal, right? You would eat that. But if you take a couple of these and plant them out, here, watch this right here. All right, see how many are in here? Right? That's your tatsoi. Now watch this. No, don't get crazy. I'm gonna pull them all out. See those gravel? It's pea gravel, right? YouTube, see that? See, I just pulled a handful out there, right? Look at that over there. Where is it? Right there, right? You can't even tell, right? And look at all these plants. Now I take these and I take 3 or 4 and put them into each container. So I'll split these up and I'll put that in one. You'll see that on our video. That way, as they grow, if they do good, you can come in and thin it out and leave like 1 or 2 in each spot. If something happens and like this one dies, you got more than you need, right? This is already starting its first true leaves right there. So there's 4. That's like 1 spot. That's another spot. Right here, we've got dozens, right? There's dozens of plants right there. Now there's one little spot that I pinched out. That can be dozens of plants like you see on the video playing that's not playing down here. Here, let me try to find a spot. It's in here somewhere. There we go. All right, look down below. See that? That's a bunch of baby kale. That's Swiss chard. Right? See all that stuff that's growing down there? That's a whole bunch of, here we go. Here's the giveaway. Look at that pak choi, right? That whole thing of pak choi, it's just that little bit right there. Kimberly, congratulations. Winner number 7. That right there made like that whole bunch of pak choi on there. So you can't even tell you that I pulled it out of there, right? So you've got all those microgreens. If you were just eating microgreens, you would have just ate this with it, right? And that would be gone. Now you take that and put that into your bigger container like you can do on my channel. You know, I show you how to do it on there. Now you've got a bunch of big plants that are growing. You got baby greens whenever you want to go have a salad, go have a stir fry, go grab some, and you still have these going. So you keep that process going over and over again. If you harvest a downspout, like you see in the video there where we harvested all the pak choi, rinse it out, put some nutrients in, you've always got these growing. Come and grab some of these, put those in there. And then all you got to do is a couple days later after this, go ahead and replant another one, which is just taking your little bowl, putting your adapter in, your nutrients, your clay pebbles, sprinkle some seeds on it and cover it up, and you're all set. Let's see, box of seeds number 2. I didn't write the number on this one. I get to running my mouth and I forget where we're at. All right, guys, how about one more box of seeds? I got one more box here. And then I've got to save a couple of those. I might stream a little bit tomorrow. I'm going to try Sunday, like during the day. We've been doing this at night. Some people can't make it, so they asked me if I could stream during the day. I'm going to give it a try. So I want to have a little bit of seeds to give them. And we can get printing some adapters first thing in the morning. All right, we're going to start with 2 each. Again, broccoli, the mustard, wasabi flavored, the amaranth, like you got up here, radish. That's the easiest one to grow right here. And it's spicy. It's awesome. People love it. This for your salsa, your cilantro, or your Thai dishes. Sunflower. Almost out of the speckled pea, like you guys have been seeing all night, into the tatsoi. All right, I'm gonna start that at $1. Is everybody ready? Good night, guys. Yeah, later, Shirley. Yeah, anybody has to go, you know, just pop out. We're gonna be on all the time. I love seeing y'all here. Thank you. We'll catch you later, Shirley. Good night. Ready, you guys? $1. Go. 3, 4, 5. More amaranth. More wasabi. Broccoli. I know you guys love broccoli, right? Your mom said eat your broccoli. Tatsoi. Tatsoi, tatsoi. Getting away. How about the last of the speckled peas? I got another one back here too. Sunflower. Sunflower. Ooh, we almost forgot that. The basil flavored one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, there's another one. We're at 31, 7, 35. There's another one. How much more amaranth? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one of the night. Sammy, congratulations. Got some more tatsoi too. All righty, guys. And we had the giveaway too. You write this down. Seed number 3. Awesome. Yeah, congrats, Sammy. I know you've got a couple of my cards already, but I'm tossing another one in there in case you want to give it to someone else. Hey, a lot of you have said that they bought like several boxes and they said that they're helping other people. They're getting a family into growing. They're doing the friends. They're helping their friends. Some are teachers that are showing the students. I love that. You know, you guys just keep doing what you're doing. That's, you know, heard that basil and had to jump in. Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? I've got Let me throw you an extra one in there, Sammy, since you guys had. You know what? I'm going to toss you in this too. That's the one with the Chinese cabbage, the blend. It's got Mizuna, pak choy, daikon, Chinese cabbage, and tender green. And if I can find my other basil, I'm going to throw you another one of those in there too. All right, I threw all the extras in here. But yeah, so just watch. Might be on tomorrow. You guys don't feel obligated, but if you want to come in, like I said, we're going to be switching up seeds. If you guys are growing these and you need more seeds to come back in, you can see you're going to get a good deal on it. If not, just we'll see you like on next Saturday. I'm going to schedule a couple other streams. It's just our schedule's kind of hectic for the next couple of weeks. But I love this. I just have fun doing it. And people have been messaging me and sending pictures. You guys join our Facebook group, like Deb Barnes in our Facebook group, and post pictures. And I think I've been contemplating this. I haven't really put it together yet, but I want people to start to grow the stuff. If you join my Facebook group, or if you're just on social media anywhere, you guys help me come up with a hashtag. Like by the next time we meet, maybe hashtag KOG or something like Keep on Growing, and put KOG micros or something. And we'll start a hashtag, and anybody that's growing stuff that gets this and grows it, just hashtag it. And then like once a month or something, I'm going to pick somebody and start like sending out Amazon gift cards or something, or more adapters or whatever y'all want. All right, cool. Awesome. So you guys want to hang around, want to go see who else is here? You'll want to raid another stream when we get shut down here. I'm going to shut it down. We're going to jump over another stream. Much love, you guys. Live inspired. Keep on growing and be the change. Here, go grow some microgreens. Y'all got any questions? Make sure you contact me. You can contact me right on Whatnot. And if not, it's Keep On Growing. It's KEEPONGROWIN1 @gmail.com. All right, create raid. Let's see who is live. Jay Barton. Hey, let's go check this guy out. He does tools. You guys like tools? All right. Here we go.
Keep on growing with a rate of 30. We're great pictures right now. Something.
along with it.